In other news, there's been a stunning reversal in the case of Alex Murdaugh, who was found guilty of killing his wife and son back in 2021. Now those murder convictions have been overturned by the South Carolina Supreme Court. It said a court clerk interfered with the case. Inside Edition anchor Eva Pilgrim covered that trial that captivated the nation. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Nate. This is a huge win for Murdaugh and his legal team. Even though the double murder conviction was overturned, the 57-year-old will remain behind bars. You have to remember, he pleaded guilty to stealing about $12 million from his law clients and is serving 40 years for those crimes. But he's always maintained he did not kill his wife and son.
Indictment for murder.
At Alex Murdaugh's murder trial in 2023,
Docket number 2022.
Colleton County Clerk Rebecca Becky Hill read the verdict that is now overturned years later because of her own alleged actions. On Wednesday, the South Carolina Supreme Court unanimously overturned Murdaugh's convictions and life sentences, saying that Hill placed her fingers on the scales of justice by engaging in shocking jury interference. The reversal comes nearly 5 years after Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were killed on the family's sprawling estate in rural South Carolina. In the months that followed, Alec was arrested first on federal financial charges. Then, more than a year after their deaths, he was charged with Maggie and Paul's murder.
Would never hurt Maggie Murdaugh. I would never hurt Paul Murdaugh.
Miss Hill was attracted by the siren call of celebrity.
Murdaugh's lawyers say Hill was writing a book and wanted a guilty verdict for better sales, arguing she suggested to jurors Murdaugh was not to be trusted. During a post-trial hearing, Hill denied influencing the jury.
Did you tell the jury not to be fooled by evidence presented by Mr. Murdaugh's attorneys?
I did not.
We've always maintained that her conduct that we knew of, that we learned of after the trial was over, while inappropriate, it was harmless error.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson told CBS News he wants to retry Murdaugh as quickly as possible.
We believe that the people who were murdered deserve to have a voice.
Murdaugh's defense team praised Wednesday's decision and said they look forward to a new trial.
This second trial is going to look a lot different from the first trial. This is a huge win for the defense. They essentially have a preview of what the prosecution's case is.
The ruling from the state's high court also changes what evidence can be brought into this new trial, limiting the evidence on Murdaugh's financial crimes. Hill pleaded guilty last year to obstruction of justice and perjury for actions related to her time on the Murdaugh trial, charges not related to the jury tampering allegations.
Okay, so Eva, you've been on this case since it broke in 2021. And last night you spoke with some of the surviving family members, and we were speaking just now, and you said they don't believe either side at this point.
I talked with John Marvin Murdaugh, who is Alex Murdaugh's brother, and he said, we respect the court's decision. They desperately just want to know what happened. They want to know what happened to Maggie and to Paul. They are looking for the truth, and that's really the only answer they want at this point.
And they still feel like they don't know what happened?
They still feel like they don't know what happened. They have so many questions. And I think when you look out on social media and all the people at home commenting about this case, they still have questions. And so a lot of people are hopeful that they'll get answers in a new trial. We'll have to wait and see what new evidence they're able to bring, if there's anything. That's still to be seen.
Eva, thank you.